Hello, everyone. Welcome to not Valkyrie. It's not Valkyrie. Somebody stole the front wing. I could not make it rotate around Silverstone. It was impossible. So I had to borrow this weird red car. We have one free car change for the season, and I'm officially a Bob tourist for the next 4 rounds. Silverstone, Le Mans, Monza and Paul Ricard. I thought it's a good idea to switch, and I mean I'm leading the championship standings here, so I might as well try hard a little bit. GT3 is currently finishing their laps. Guys, if you have not seen yet, check the changelog for tomorrow. It's on the website for LMU. Bob is finally public. Like, the kilograms are actually written there. Crazy, you know? Long time no see. They fixed the Bob bug being misplaced out of the center of gravity. So tomorrow funny things will happen, maybe. Anyway, hi Pirate, hi Michi, hi Mario, hi Tom. Yeah, we are waiting for the moment of truth. Has this been a bad decision or a good decision? 3 minutes to go. That's tight gap. Lexus in P2 actually. Lexus is never a great quali car, but it's great around here. You know, all this Bob can be completely other way around tomorrow. Hello Salisi, hello Joao. Binity turn 1. I mean, I talked with David. David is in the chat with us today again, and we were the Valkyrie bros before, and we decided that we just don't want to drive it anymore. So yesterday we said, well, let's try a bit of a Ferrari. It's kind of quick. So today we were hectically clicking the setup. We found some clicks. Now we hope for the best. 1 minute to go. Let's quickly check maybe around the Silverstone a little bit, if there is anything interesting that we can find. This is such a nice functionality, being able to do this kind of drone movement. Well, medium track details could be better. Go-kart track. One day, maybe we can drive it in R-Factor Ultimate. Yeah, the car is... so... the Valkyrie, I just couldn't make it do anything rotation-wise. Just high speed, whatever I did. Front wing, brake, suspension, nothing. Ferrari is the other way around. Had to make sure I don't over-rotate, which is nice in some way. Anyway, we go drive. I hope everything is fine with the stream. Cold tire, a very cold tire, very unsafe release. Yeah, I binned it not in T1 but like in the outlap already last time. That was VMS. Fuel is fine. I have conveniently hidden it. Not that there is any anything to be really hidden. What more to be said? Well, let's have a nice one. Good luck, David. Seven seconds. This rear is funny. Don't pin it, don't pin it. There is so little grip. Anyway, it's been a long day. I might struggle to do speaking and driving at the same time, but well, let the driving speak for itself, as I'm gonna absolutely bin it in lap 1 already, so no, let's see. The pace should be there. I have the well-bobbed car. Balance is nice. All should be good. Hi Vlad. So it's a 6-lap quali. I hope it's 6 laps. I hope I don't run out of the 6th lap again like I did at Paul Ricard, but I think it should be fine. I don't think we can get the temperature into the tire for at least 3 laps. I want to open up a bit more of a gap. Alex, long time no see indeed. How are you doing? I still need a track modder one day in the mid-term future. I guess that's the last thing we talked about. Hi Marco. Yeah, that 2.7 seconds ahead, I don't like that. I would like more. That's gonna be 2 laps. I think this next one is still not up to temp. Let me brake a bit. Avada Kedavra, thank you for the sub. I'll be playing a bit with the motor map today in quali. I am Slovenian. Hi Joao, no. The journey, oh yes. So, supposedly the tires are up to temp. I'm gonna leave out a bit more space still. Yeah, not trusting the 5 seconds. Okay, here we go. Yeah, what is P12 doing ahead? That's unfortunate. And what should I do? Okay, thank you. Oh, that's much appreciated. Half a second, let's find it. Understeer. Not quite half a second. Oh, he did 41.9. Crazy. And across the line with a PB. But well, Dario has absolutely nailed it. 41.9, okay. GG Dario. Car is loud compared to me. Let's see if I can fix that. Sound. I usually have it a bit less. Yeah, let me know if it gets improved or not. But that was a nice quali session. That's my actual PB. But well, it's on evolving real road. I was testing on heavy static. Maybe it's because he's Sicilian. Alright. He's the rookie driver, new to LMU. Now he's a Ferrari driver, of course. Imagine being a Ferrari sports official sim racer, and then you have a guy pivoting from Valkyrie to Ferrari 24 hours before the race and beating you. That wouldn't be too great, so I let him get the pole. No, I don't think I could have done a 41. Okay, setup. Setup. We load setup. We check setup. That setup looks like I'm gonna spin out. But nothing I can do about it now. All gonna be good. So, time for some mind games. Let's see what people do with hards and mediums. Although this is never a good representation here, the tire status, only when we all click start driving we can see. Thank you, Daniele. Well, more red circles appearing. Do we go car setup and change? I think we click start driving and see what others have done. Oh yeah, the outside is a problem here, right? Because it's a very long run. Walsingham only front left with hard. Imola only mediums. That's gonna be fun. Thought that's illegal what he's doing. I mean, by the game I thought that I've read that a changelog some weeks ago that the system detecting acceleration and braking confirmation has been improved. But let's see. Probably he's gonna get away with it anyway. It wasn't too erratic acceleration and deceleration. Here we go. Good start. Oh, that was a big Ferrari in the mirror for a moment. Luckily, he stopped in time. Oof. Old tires. Well, let me know. I think now I'm louder than the car after changing the audio. Stop collecting the cuts. Okay, that's fine. pretty good, the sound relation. Thank you so much. Ooh, did you see that? Dario barely caught it. Yeah, the hearts take a little bit to get up to temps. Nicholas, I'm not sure I understand the question. What are for me the quality and the fault of the Ferrari? I mean, I don't understand the question, what is the quality of Ferrari, and the quality of Ferrari is just really good front grip in high speed and good brakes. Above the track limits. Okay, they stopped. So the hards could take 5-6 laps to get quicker than the mediums. But not much pressure from behind, which is nice. That third gear feels way too long, but it actually works. I need to go quicker. Come on, that was too slow of a lap. How's the fuel actually? It's alright. Gonna keep cutting there. It was purple sector 1 though. The pace is with me. Alright, no worries. But I mean, the only way to beat Dario today is by the tire longevity. That would be 5:43, and that's acceptable. Now let's not allow Dario to get away more than 3 seconds. The cuts are a lot of fun. That is a Porsche. Walsingham is fuel saving a little bit. But Dario is flying. Yeah, I cannot really go full crazy push because I need to be rational with the championship situation. Namely, I'm leading it for 2 rounds out of 6. But racing on this new tire model is just completely different thing. Much less drama. More precision. I need to be very careful, that was on the limit of the rear grip already. And this regen sound of Ferrari is just so nice. And useful. Time to catch some traffic, I guess. And Dario with a relatively slow lap time. Here we go, GT3s. Unlucky. At what point am I allowed to cry about unlucky traffic? Not best. I don't know. Could I go around the outside? Not sure. And that was one lapping of the GT3 field. And I lost, well, let's say a second or two. Orange. Ah, come on. Why is it orange? Like, that's so stupid of a cut. These cuts are so strict. But alright. I mean, I gained a lot of ground on the cars, on the Ferraris behind. The lullaby, okay. I mean, it's nicely sounding. I prefer this and the Valkyrie compared to the Cadillac and BMW and so on. Just listening to it. Oh, Dario got absolutely gifted 3 seconds. Yeah, the notes did say something, but they said specifically about GT3 setting. But hopefully it's gonna be better for hypercars as well, because at the moment white lines count as off track more often than not. Well, they should be talking about all the track limits in any condition, in any car. because they are just not fine-tuned. Maybe the system is in a good base situation, but it has to be fine-tuned much better, because this is kind of a mess sometimes. But okay, I mean, we got 3 points. We can get 4 or 5 kind of big cuts before penalty, so that's fair enough. I need to speed up. Well, the cut detection depends on the car width. If GT3s are narrower, maybe it was easier for them to get a cut or something? Not sure. Or are GT3s bigger? I don't even know. Burn some battery. About the reference, okay. Well, whatever improvement's gonna happen, it's gonna be welcome. What is going on with my hearts? I mean, the temperatures kind of make sense for hearts. They should be in a good spot. As I get the massivest understeer. This is kind of turning a little bit into, what, Ferrari Expo? Ferrari Expo procession. Well, Walsingham is catching up, but I hope he cannot do it. Try my best for it to stay a procession. What is Tommy Lydon doing in P12? And it's a cut, of course. I'm running out of cuts already. Not best. This hairpin is super weird. The front just doesn't do anything. And suddenly the rear rotates over the front. Crashed lap 1. RIP. The way that we have to be nowadays precise with the steering input is crazy. You just get so much, you gain so much time if you're just super precise. Turn just like a little bit too much and you run into big understeer. Purple. Distance from ice to monitor, I think it's 75 centimeters. Just waiting for a GT3 to turn into my rear there. Happens in real life as well. Żyły Roman. 70, yeah, I have like, maybe it's more towards 70 for me. 70, 75. Depends which part of track I am at. And you know, I'm not always looking straight, but at an angle sometimes, and the angle could be more towards 80 then. Towards the point on the monitor that I'm focusing on. Well, I have more time to set my fast lap. Walsingham dropped off. Well, I'm catching Kiemolo now, but he had traffic. Maybe I'm getting my luck back. And the Porsche line staying much longer on the apex. I keep failing to expect it. Nice understeer. Okay, opening the gap behind. 5 seconds ahead. And traffic takes away again. 6.5. ARP basically default. I think I stiffened the front by a click or two. I cannot leak too much because this setup will be transformed into the Go setup that's gonna be available next week, I think. What a weird race, like, nothing is happening, absolutely nothing. The hards are still not that much better than mediums. You're doing basically the same pace. Paddy V-Series Hot Wheels. Oh, you bought it. Must have been expensive. How big is it? But that will be much fun to put together. Thinking if I should have done something differently at the start. The gap opened too quickly for me to have any chance. But I mean, I had hards, it took a couple of laps. But it shouldn't have opened it up to 3-second gap. Well, I mean, it's my first race with the Ferrari. On open setup at least. In ages. So, well, especially on the new tire model. So, I am allowed to be scared a little bit. While the Delta is still going green. But this car is scary off throttle. It just gives an unexpected rotation or snaps sometimes. 25 centimeters, okay. That's not expensive. That's reasonable. Oh, Walsingham, 43, what? 43-1, copy. Where did he pull off that one? That's not an apex. The rear trying to go around. Well, that sounds like a very good fun hyper. But I'm thinking too much now of the actual Cadillac balance in LMU, which is very sketchy. Super fast though, in LMU. Come on, I want purples as well. Green. It's actually quite a nice driving experience on this new tire model. It's just so much on the limit, it's not easy. Ah, messed up the last corner. Walsingham is coming. Oh no. GT3. I got scared he's on cold tires for a moment. But I don't think anybody's changing tires today, so all good. I don't know, maybe I should have started just on softs. No, sorry, not softs. Mediums all around. that second gear doesn't really work for me. Well, the Fugi... How to answer that actually? So, well, in the corners, the balance is mostly defined by the two tires that are on the outside. And if you have, let's say, hards on the front and mediums on the rear, then at the start of stint you will have a very understeery car. But as the wear and the drag happen, suddenly the car will be more and more oversteery and difficult to handle. That's unlucky. Okay, Walsingham got stuck as well. That's nice. But no, you know, it depends. Because here, like front right is really not doing much. So if you keep it on medium, you have to kind of judge it according to how you see that the wear and the degradation and the temperatures develop through the stint. And the new tires, yeah, they take longer. In quali we needed 4 laps to get up to temps. Outside. Okay. Ay, more traffic. Really V-shaped that exit. It's gonna be 4 laps to go. We have to box. I forgot to fine-tune the slip LED lights, these ones at under the monitor. 4 to go. I need a bit of buffer. I'm scared of the pit entry because if the car behind overdoes it, then you're in the wall. Still prefer the Valkyrie feeling, but it just has no pace around here. Lap times getting faster and faster. Purple, wow, at least sector 1. Oh, that curve was deadly for the Delta. DC activated too much. Wide, but the cut half a point. What? Have box lap early, I think, to avoid the traffic. Oh, I keep going. He understeered into me a bit. I left a lot of space. Well, rip Tommy again. Okay, pit stop. Not bad. Who stole Valk's front wing? I have no idea. The only thing I know is that I cannot make it rotate. Walsingham lost a bit on that entry. Love to see. Yeah, it's just understeer. It's insane. But at some other tracks it's really nice. Like I enjoyed at Spa. It's nice at Monza. It wasn't bad at Paul Ricard, but it was just a bit of pace. Yeah, Ferrari rotates. Spent a couple of days trying to make Valkyrie rotate. Now I have muscle memory trying to make a car rotate, but the Ferrari rotates itself without me trying. So it's a bit of a problem. Mohamed, thank you for the sub, welcome. But I mean, this Ferrari, it has a lovely balance. Just needs a bit of practice. I'm really not used to having this much front grip, so I'm pretty scared all the time. I think my TC is a bit too high or wrongly set up. And again, I started yesterday from the default Silverstone setup, so there is, I guess, some room for improvement for the next 3 rounds of this Statum Championship. You know, it's a nice prize for the winner overall. A whole new alu profile sim rig. It's worth quite a bit. I mean, I don't really need it that much, but well, maybe I do. Might have some plans. But it's got a good value. You can still drive Caddy. Okay, yeah. And it rotates, right? Well, this is not really an endurance setup. I need to constantly think of not binning it. Like, it has so much rotation on the brakes, it's so good if you want to rotate, but it's not so good if you want comfortable long run drive. Doesn't kill you under brakes. Fair enough. It does kill me under brakes at Le Mans. More to go. Dark Souls of racing. Well, I mean, I cannot really comment too much on the Dark Souls because I don't know much about it, if anything. But, you know, I would really compare this new tire model to iRacing in a specific way. Basically, in iRacing, like I drove the car for some time, whatever car I drove, but then I compared my data and my driving, and I realized I'm overturning the steering wheel like crazy much. Way too much, and that I get sufficient rotation by a very small input at very low angle. So I was like, wow, okay. It bites immediately, like 20 degrees input and it's already biting, and if I turn 80 degrees it's not gonna bite much more. It's just gonna completely melt the tire. And I cannot feel anything of it. But in LMU it's very similar now. Just with the difference that I can feel absolutely everything. Problem is that I need to use a lot of my very long R Factor 2 experience and LMU experience to know what to feel for. But it's actually quite good, and it's really great experience trying to learn to drive this with precision, because before on the old tires we were just smashing the cars around. It was crazy. So I really appreciate the update, more and more actually, in a way. In other way I can see many more ideas or options to improve it. I think the front are just a little bit too sensitive to forces. And we still need to use the rear to make the front rotating, just not at 10 degrees slip angle, but at 2 degrees slip angle. The biggest part to improve compared to baseline, it's usually actually... It depends, because on some tracks the default is really good. But usually it's the front being a bit too safe, like it leaves a lot of downforce to spare. So like, let's say Le Mans, Ferrari at Le Mans, it has way too high front third packer. You're just leaning on that packer all the time and you're costing yourselves a lot of rotation in high speed. And it adds drag on the straight. So you need to drop that down. Also the third spring is quite high. Here at Silverstone it's actually really spot on. Just the third packer again is some clicks too high. Like in general these default setups are really good. Like if you know how to use them. Because they do need some big clicks. But like the mechanical base is solid. Yeah, the brakes are difficult. On Valkyrie and on LMDHs. I need a little bit of glucose, I see. Actually my sensor is falling off the arm a bit, I think. It's due for a change. So maybe it's a bit too low number compared to reality. Speaking of my millimoles, 3.0, no, that's not correct. Let it fall off. Yeah, the sensor fell out of my arm. Nice. Anyway, closing in on Dario a bit. So his mediums have gone, but a bit too late for me to do anything about it. What a strange race. Last lap. Try to still put together a good lap time, just for reference to see how the wear is. The rear is so alive. It needs maybe a bit more differential. I wish I didn't lose like 4 seconds in traffic. Dario, I think I lost maybe 4 seconds by being maybe a bit too safe, or just straight unlucky. But I don't know if it would be possible to overtake him. I think the mediums did a good job. But anyway, need to lift a bit for the energy, but across the line. Oh, that's a P2. What a Ferrari procession. I mean, okay. It's good points. Top 6 Ferraris. I will not complain about Bob. The GG Dario, good tire choice. He had 4 mediums, I had hards on the left. The mediums worked. He pulled the gap at the start, and he didn't really drop it off too much. Well, David, I guess mediums would have been slightly better choice, but I don't know. Probably wouldn't have changed much.
Yeah, I think he was crazy fast anyway.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's Ferrari sports, so he must be fast with the Ferrari. Thank you, chat, for the GGs. Well, it was a procession, but overall a fun race. Let's check a replay, even though there is not much to be checked. Where did actually Fabio finish? Rigoletto, he's, I think, between the standings. Eh? Am I blind? Ah, DNF. Server. Server 5. Wait, I missed a message maybe. Fuji corner, fast right, one feels like a different. Yeah, I think that's that corner, turn 3 at Fuji. I think that's.
Did you get any cuts?
Many. That corner T3 at Fuji is so good now. I really enjoy it.
After lap 2, I had 2.25.
Well, I was on 2.25 as well, but after maybe 18 laps, 20.
I was just certain that it's gonna end up drunk.
Thank you for the sub.
And like, I lifted, and it was still 0.75.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Guys, those of you who watched me on in the last Tuesday, it's a Toyota. Fabio did not watch my stream. He should have watched my stream, but he didn't. Because he did basically exactly the same thing as I. Well, I did it a bit differently. Like, braking a bit left, and then going on the brake, and then this snap happens. I mean, like he didn't bin it. Well, he decided that he decided he's DNFing, so he let it roll into the wall and then he escaped. You did it in the Porsche, okay. No, I had it constantly in my mind that I never can be super like aggressive with steering and with the brakes at the same time. But Ferrari allows it because Ferrari is so good going late into the brake, so you just straighten it and then brake. I mean, he wasn't really going left. Ah, the replay. I will reload. Let me put the replay back on. What is the music? There it is. That's loud. That's not loud. Load. Yeah, okay, about the Caddy at Le Mans. About Caddy at Le Mans, I tried it. It is fast, but guys, good luck. Like, Godspeed. Take it at your own... At your own... what's the word? At your own risk. Don't blame the setup makers. Load it, be fast, but... I hope you survive the 12 hours. I don't know if I would. Even on the safe setup. At your own peril. Maybe. Yeah, let me just enjoy a bit of Grigolito's misfortune. I mean, that's bad wording. I'm just trying to... I'm enjoying the fact that we both had the same snap, but in different races. So yeah, I had the snap on Monday when I was going left and braking, but I think he brakes and then tries to turn in when the car is still like very kind of laterally loaded. You know what? The Toyota always had some strange moments on the brakes, even on the old tires. Okay. Start. I tried to push as much forward. I think I had a good angle, so like initial launch was good, so I was able to carry the speed. This was a bit like... I turned in and then I saw the Ferrari in the mirror becoming slightly bigger, but yeah, he didn't really have crazy overspeed, so... Well, that was the limit for him, so good job on that. I was slightly below the limit maybe, but okay, I had a bit of dirty air and... Is there anything I can show actually? It was just like... Maybe we can analyze a little bit the pit entry. Oh, and we had a moment with Tommy. What? I'm doing my line. I don't know. Like he's just drifting wide. Left him so much space. There is a world when he will protest me for turning in on him. I don't know. Can I put blame on him? Is this a racing incident? Yeah. Ah, what is going on? Around the outside, big circle around. I don't think I can be blamed for this. I'm holding line in the middle of the road. Nah, that's not gonna be on me, right? You can argue it's a normal GT3 line, but you can never know. I was penalized at VMS for something that I thought could be penalty, but upon further reading of rulebook, it's not. But they still found a way to penalize me outside of rulebook. So I literally quoted the I don't know if I should go into that. VMS quoted a rule in the end that all incidents are finally under the discretion of stewards. They couldn't quote me an actual rule because they were all, I was complying with them all, but they found enough vagueness for me to penalize me. I don't know. Here you can find a steward that wants to penalize me and will penalize me for whatever, but this is on Tommy. I don't think I can do much about this. Rip Tommy. Yeah, he should have kept it tighter, of course. I gave him a lot of space. And then we were... Oh, he went late on the break. That was very optimized. Why did he lose so much time, actually? He had more energy. He was... Why did he lose so much time? He should be a bit closer. Yeah, he had at least 0.5% more than I. But he lost time. Maybe there is some random... No, there is no randomness. I'm confused. But I mean, I'm gonna take it. He had more energy before the stop, and he refilled less. No, he had 24%, I took 25. Well, would love to give a bit more of a entertaining race, but it's what it is. Sometimes it's like this. Trying to think of any reason for Walsingham to lose time there, because it was all good. Like, I didn't do anything special. Like acceleration. Oh, he maybe lost a bit on acceleration, or maybe like this movement. This doesn't really cost time. Like when he parks it. Ooh, he stops. What's going on there? He stops, then nothing happens, and then he gets moved. This little time, this was it. But what is this waiting time? I don't know. Herman, any tips for going under 330 on Le Mans? So the most important tips would be get comfortable with the braking zones. Turn 1 braking zones is difficult. Like you need to brake late into the turn 1 and into chicanes. Like you can brake later than what you would think, but you need to be comfortable over the curbs because it can be sketchy. Braking points are the most important thing. You got the same last time, losing 5 seconds. You know something? If you don't request a pit stop, it can cause you time loss. I don't know if there is anything else. Maybe that's it. Well, maybe more tips about Le Mans. Classic problem is Tertre Rouge, which is that king heading onto the back straight, well, onto the main, onto Mulsanne straight. Never carry too much speed into there, never brake too hard, just lift slightly on the brakes and just go on power early and don't scrub the front. That gains a lot of time. Chicanes are important. Braking, using the curbs, getting comfortable with it, and not overdoing the front in the Porsche curves. You just need to be gentle. Carry less speed in and more out of them. Again, for chicanes, carrying as much speed over the curbs as you dare. Well, The apartment houses, I mean, we can go have a quick look. How's the furniture? The sofas are nice. Not bad, right? Good views. Causes FPS drops. Well, it's medium details, right? At night it's nice because there is lights on there. But it's a bit funny. Oh, there are more houses behind. Porsche curves. Yeah, Porsche curves is just about not overdoing the front. Because you just cook it and then it never works for the rest of Porsche curves. Just be precise. Anything more that I can show? It's a nice track. That's about it. So, well, what more can I say about Le Mans? Yeah, the time is... there is time in being very smooth going into Porsche curves, staying very tight to the right and then being flat out to the left, and then just not overcooking the left, right, and usually then like you can gain 2 tenths in every corner and it's hard to pinpoint one exact spot. Braking and Indy, nah, that you don't gain time there, you just gain a crash there. You need to be early on the, like, you need to lift and coast a bit, just slowly and early and comfortably on the brake, and rather focus on making a good apex in the left turn at Indy. Because if you start gaining time on the entry, you will just find a barrier. Well, Chris, thank you, you too. And, well, I mean, that's it, right? Anything more to be said? See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the dailies and the GT3 champs. Which track is it? Online championships. Bahrain was last week. This week we have Kota. And I think it's Kota National. It's the funny layout with the track limit in that transition from sector 1 to sector 3 over the midfield. Oh no. Hope it's not gonna be too bad. It's a nice track for racing. And that's it. Bye bye everyone. Thank you for watching, for subs, for likes, for the good chat. Have a good night. See you next time.